everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Monday, September 16th. I'm Michael Taylor, glad to be here on a very cool Monday. We have some major temperature swings from a week and a half or so ago when we were in the triple digits. Enjoying that. Hope you enjoyed your weekend, watched lots of football, got out and enjoyed the wonderful weather. Let's talk about what's on our show today. We got a wonderful show for you today for folks who are going to stay inside for a little bit and talk about politics. We're going to do that with the Republican Club. Pat Mincone and Ro Kendall are going to be here. We're going to be talking about some get out the vote drive efforts they have and some ballot party markup things that they're going to be doing, so stay tuned for that. And then we're going to revisit a conversation we had with the Theater Guild of Laguna Woods. They got a great radio show thing coming up where they're using Foley and they're doing some skits of some very familiar old TV shows and some movie stuff, so let's enjoy that one. We'll revisit them. That show's coming up this week, so I want to stay tuned for that, get the information when that's happening. Our Stay Informed today, it's a good one. It's the day we've all been waiting for. Clubhouse One is reopening today to the public. Get out there and see the changes. The expected to be open today is the pool. Maybe a little cool for the pool today, but it's still going to be, the pool is going to be open. The fitness center is open. Drop-in lounge is open. Game room, transportation hub is back in its old spot, and all sorts of great stuff. So get out there, check it out. It's been months and months and months of construction, and now you get to see what all that work has turned out to be. Let's take a look at our weather forecast for today. You see those clouds out there this morning? They actually look a little bit like rain clouds, and they kind of are. We might actually have one or two little sprinkles, but nothing of any kind of measurable. But there's been reports of a sprinkle here and there around the county, so don't be surprised if you see that on your windshield or on the sidewalk for a second, but nothing to accumulate, just a couple drops in the air. 71 is going to be our high today. We had an overnight low of 58, which is pretty nice as well. AM clouds are going to turn to mostly sunshine by about 11:30, 12 this afternoon. We'll have mostly sunny. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny as well, sunny and nice. And basically, we've got some nice cool temperatures all through the week until we hit Friday, where we're going to have a little bit of a temperature bump up as we head into the weekend. So a little bit warmer, but hey, you know, we get these fluctuations during the kind of fall transition-y kind of times that we have right now, and that's nothing to be expected. So let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset while we're at it. Sunrise this morning was 6:35. Sunset tonight is going to be 6:54, and we got this great photo here by Alan Clark. Thank you, Alan, and happy birthday to Alan. It was his birthday over the weekend. How do I know that? It's none of your business, but I just happen to know that it was Alan's birthday over the weekend. So happy birthday, Alan. Thanks for sending the pictures in. If you'd like to send us a picture, maybe of your own birthday party or something like that, or sunrise, sunsets, places around town, pets, whatever you got, we'll send it to us and we will use it on our Sunrise Sunset segment. Do that by sending it to Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. And we will make sure we include your name, make sure you tell us where you took the picture, and we will put it on our segment. Okay, another Monday bonus, no meetings to go to today, so when we come back, we'll be talking to the folks from the Republican Club. Stay with us.
Welcome to the Artistry, South Orange County's only cannabis dispensary located right here in Laguna Woods. The Artistry is your trusted source for the highest quality cannabis products and the best customer service. We offer daily deals up to 50% off on top brands. Whether you're new to cannabis or a seasoned consumer, our friendly and informative staff is here to help you elevate in style. We're located next to Gate 3 and now offer delivery right to your door. Join us for a one-of-a-kind dispensary experience.
Caring Senior Service provides a variety of care services to help seniors age in place. We cook, we clean, we listen, we help, we care. And that's why we create customized care plans to enable every senior to maintain their independence. To learn more about how we can help your family, contact us today.
Go beyond better hearing with artificial intelligence. At Advanced Ear Care, we've taken regular hearing care to a new level with artificial intelligence performance. This provides smarter, clearer balance of sound. Artificial intelligence identifies background noises and reduces them so you can hear the soft-spoken speech clearly. Don't be afraid of this technology. It works automatically. Put them on and hear better all day in all situations. Hear the conversations clearly with family, friends, and caregivers. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Tickets are on sale at the Performing Arts Center for Colima. The Spirit of Earth, Wind, and Fire on November 9th, presented by the California Club. Enjoy a tribute full of the energy and soul of Earth, Wind, and Fire with songs like September and Boogie Wonderland. Purchase tickets at the Pack Box office or online at CaliforniaClubLWV.com or call 949-597-4289. Enjoy the music of Earth, Wind, and Fire like it was meant to be.
We're getting situated here, folks, so just going to take a second. But November election's coming up, and it's heating up, and local elections too. So from the Republican Club, we want to welcome Ro Kendall and Pat Nicone to the program.
Good morning. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Now, first off, you guys have a big kind of a event coming up, October 4th. Barbara Stone's going to be here. She's going to be your keynote speaker. And you're going to be going through the propositions, all 10 of them that are on our ballot this coming year, right? Yes. So what are we looking forward to there?
Well, she's an expert. Okay, she's been to our club before, and she has a great. She's a retired professor from Fullerton. 25 years on staff there on faculty. So she is a professor of political science and also an author.
I would have guessed that.
Exactly. So she's in it. She's on it. It's her life.
Loves it.
Yeah.
Loves
and she's going to be our speaker. So she has.
And I find when we talk to the political science folks, and I've had them on previous shows, other things like that, they really just have that kind of foundational history of what's going on. They understand the origins of so much, so it kind of walks you through how we got to where we are, not just here's what's on the proposition right now, and this is what we're looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's such a wise observation. That's so true.
Yeah, so it's really, it can be very informative when you have a speaker like that that really kind of takes you through, here's why we're here, here's why we're in the situation we're in, and those kinds of things.
Right. Especially California, we have such a history of things going, crazy back and forth, and let's just say what it is. There's a lot of language.
More plain speaking in the propositions.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the challenges. Anybody who puts a proposition on the ballot, they can be very confusing, and it's so helpful when you have folks who can break down, okay, what this really means. Here's what it really is in a nonpartisan kind of way sometimes. They can say, okay, this is what this ballot measure is really talking about, because they can write them in very confusing ways.
Remember the gas tax?
Oh, sure.
That passed because people didn't understand it meant the opposite of what it looked like.
Yes.
So we have to be really clear. And people, they don't really make an effort to find out, so that's the problem. We want to educate them.
Yeah. Now you guys have a town hall coming up. You want to do on the 26th of this month, and what's it going to be about?
It's a perfect segue from what we were just talking about, because of what we just said about the ballot propositions being a little bit confusing. We're deciding to host this town hall. It's for all of our villagers and guests. We're going to be reviewing and looking into Prop 5, because Prop 5 is it's a proposition. It's just one of the propositions. It's the biggest threat to California property owners, because what it does, it wants to. I'm not going into it in detail because we'll do that at the at the town hall, Michael. But it wants to lower the threshold, the vote threshold, down from 66%, 66 and 2/3 down to 55%.
To raise taxes, right?
For passing bond measures.
Which is basically a loan that the state is now obliged to pay back with interest.
With interest, that's the beauty of it.
Prop 13, I don't know, I'm not an expert on that either, but I know it minimized or kept that threat. We couldn't raise taxes.
You couldn't raise property taxes,
by 1%.
Yeah, very slow and steady rise instead of the way it was before Prop 13, which was we were just raising property taxes, and here's the new bill.
Right. So they say it's going to open could open the floodgates for raising property taxes. And so many people now with inflation and they're just making ends meet, and some aren't. So this is be really devastating, and this is why we want to have it, Michael. And we're going to have it at the performing arts, it's up there on the screen. It's September 26th, Thursday. We have 2 to 4 p.m. We may not need that amount of time, but we are going to have Susan Shelley from the Howard Jarvis Tax Association come. She's going to be speaking about it. She's an expert.
Howard Jarvis was famously the person who backed Proposition 13
Yes.
back in, I
Right.
think it was the 80s, was that when that passed?
Still fighting for it.
Yeah, and so they're
70s or 80s?
Yeah, it was 70s or 80s, but yes.
Yeah, it might have been the 70s. I think it was the 70s. But so she'll be there, and we want to have people. It's a town hall. We want people to ask questions. So it's free, no charge. So we'll have flyers out at all the clubhouses, so people can pick them up. And we'll be letting folks know by email and other sources too. So I hope a lot of people come.
Okay.
It's nonpartisan for everyone.
For property owners, okay?
Yeah. Oh, and the renters, it will impact renters.
Sure. If my property tax, if I'm an owner of a home, my property tax goes up. It costs me more. I'm going to be,
Yes.
impacting that. I'm
Right.
passing
Yes.
those costs on to the renters, right?
Yes.
So in theory, it would be that kind of thing. So the folks who are kind of yes on this campaign 5, they include the California Democratic Party, California Teachers Association, Habitat for Humanity, and California Professional Firefighters. Opponents of it are California Taxpayers Association, California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Women's Veterans Alliance, and I assume the Jarvis Foundation as well.
Yes. And I'm sure the Republican.
Yes, I'm sure the
too.
Republicans will come out of it, but those are just a few I wanted to
Yeah.
mention that they're for and against.
Yeah.
There's the argument on the other side is that the threshold's too high and we can't get anything done in terms of trying to raise taxes, right? And that's why that 66% on most bond measures is put in there, right? And so this would make it just seems to me that would make it a lot easier to pass a lot of bonds and obligate
Yes.
the state, right? And those are the
Yes.
concerns.
The state is already in a terrible, terrible situation.
Yeah. And they're obligating the taxpayers,
Yes.
the state.
Right,
Okay?
right. But
So
that's
it's us in the end, always.
And I know there's a note here. It says, in the years past, it also makes it easier for districts to pass parcel taxes to pay for school buildings.
Which
School
parcel
funds.
taxes also consider property taxes. So again, those are those tricky ways in which those things are worded, and try to clarify that. So September
Yes.
26th, you guys are going to have somebody in, kind of just going through the proposition in Proposition 5.
But we'll be discussing 2 and 5. So 2, it affects the school bonds. So they'll be talking about both.
Okay. So you guys, obviously the vote is coming up. November is just around the corner. We're just talking about days
Yeah,
at
right.
this point, hardly even
About
weeks
50,
anymore,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so what are you doing in terms of helping folks here in the community? Are you guys doing ballot markup parties, things like that?
Yeah, we've been having those. We have 2 of them. We're going to have one on October 12th over at Clubhouse 1. Clubhouse 1 in the multipurpose room on the 12th. It's a Saturday from 2 to 4.
Okay.
And then we're going to have one on October 26th at Clubhouse 5, so both ends of town. We want to cover both ends of town.
Okay.
And we'll be reviewing the propositions, we'll go over the candidates. A lot of people don't know the candidates.
Right. The down ballot candidates always have trouble getting their names out there. It's
Yes.
just one of those things.
Yeah.
I'm running for superintendent of schools or whatever it might
Yes.
be, and it's really
Yes.
hard because they just don't have the funding to get their name out there and be on the
That's
flyers
true.
and those kind
Right.
of things.
And we'll have, we have several people running for our city council. And let's see, what else? We'll have our voter guide. We're working on our voter guide. The Democrats do too. We both put ours in the Globe. So if people get the Globe, they can get the voter guide. Otherwise, we're going to be distributing the voter guide as best we can and get out the word.
And real quick, before we go, any get out the vote efforts going on between now and the election?
Oh, yeah. We've got a postcard campaign.
Okay.
We've got people marching around and talking to people and calling, lots of calling, but that's not
Calling,
so great.
walking, and postcards.
Yeah, the calling, nobody answers their phone if they don't know the number. So you leave a message and you
Yes,
don't know if
there you
that's
go.
effective or not.
Well, Ro and Pat from the Republican Club here in Laguna Woods, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you,
Thanks.
Michael.
When we come back, we'll be revisiting our conversation with the Theater Guild. Stay with us.
Ooh.
Welcome to Envision Eye Centers, conveniently located next to Laguna Woods. We offer cutting-edge technology that meets unsurpassed service.
You and your eyes are my priority. We will treat you with the utmost care and compassion.
Some might offer local exams, but they'll send you on a trek for surgery. Skip the unnecessary travel.
You can be confident that we will deliver the best outcome for your eyes.
Schedule your consultation today and see the world clearly. Call us or visit our website. No inconvenience, just expert care.
Irvine Subaru. Get 2 years complimentary maintenance included on all new Subarus.
Attention all club organizers, party planners, and those who simply love to gather and celebrate life's special moments. Are you tired of the hassle of cooking for your events? Looking for a convenient and delicious solution? Introducing our easy and convenient catering trays, perfect for groups of any size from 35 to 90. Need a larger space to host your event? Look no further than our restaurant's banquet room, the perfect venue for your next gathering. Call us today to place your catering order or reserve our banquet room for your next event. Create memories and traditions with Polly's Pies.
All great healthcare organizations care, but the best dare to reach higher. At Hoag, we lead with life-saving clinical trials and advanced therapies. Our world-renowned specialists innovate with state-of-the-art technologies like virtual reality and robotics. Hoag is the #1 hospital in Orange County 4 years in a row. Now, more than ever, your healthcare choices matter. Choose Hoag.
Hey, we've got some classic comedies to talk about with the folks from the Theater Guild, and they're going to be doing a fun radio show with Foley. I'm excited about that. I want to welcome to the program Eva Marie Alexander and Bob Matanti. Thank you guys for joining us.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah. So who had the idea for this? To this, hey, let's do a radio show, let's do some classic skits, and where did it come from?
The Theater Guild, we have a programming committee, and a bunch of us get together and we sit around, we hash out ideas every time. We have a show, like we had a big Christmas show last year, and that was a lot of fun, but then we start looking at the year, and we came up with this idea about having a radio show, but modernizing it with some TV shows that people would recognize. So it's kind of a lot of fun that way.
Okay, and it's going to be September 19th, Thursday at Clubhouse 5, and you guys are presenting, it's a cavalcade of comedy.
That's right.
Now, Eva, what are you going to be doing? Are you going to be one of the performers?
I'm part of the producer team. We have Barbara and Catherine and myself, so we're working in the background. And rehearsals have been a lot of fun. The directors have met with their teams. There are 33 actors and 5 directors, and then the Foleys. And you, Bob, you're going to be talking about the Foleys. They're exciting. So I know there's a lot of camaraderie, and actors have been just so excited, and directors too. And what we have this time also, we have understudies, and we're just so happy, and we see how understudies are just so happy to be part of it too, because you never know, right? You want to be prepared.
Break a leg could actually happen.
There you go. Actually, that's true. So it's a lot of fun, and one of the shows has been sent over, actually written. The original script is by the director. It's Estelle Di Nunzio, and it's very funny. Everything is just hilarious, and I think it's going to be a great show.
Okay, so this is going to be like an old-timey radio show, and there's going to be Foley, which is kind of the background noise that radio shows used to have, people walking down the stairs, opening, closing a door. You know, you're a Foley expert because you watch some YouTube videos, right?
That's right. I told you earlier, I'm an expert because I watched about 6 YouTube videos on Foley, so I know all about Foley now, so I'm right raring to go. But it is a lot of fun because you got to invent Foley. Foley takes a lot of imagination. So as the show progresses, and we have 5 distinctly different eras, different shows, but you have sound effects like somebody falling downstairs, or somebody running across the room, or a doorbell ringing, all these different Foleys. And our Foleys, we have 4 Foley people on stage who will be performing this as the acts go on.
Okay. Now, some of the shows, you have a spoof on Star Trek, you have an All in a Family, you have a Dragnet. As the Stomach Turns, is that the Carol Burnett skit?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And then Saint Nowhere, is that the original?
That's the original.
That's the original,
yes.
Okay. So then you got and then Star Trek and then Dragnet. I mean, you got a wide range of Foley sounds you guys have to have covered.
Absolutely. And I'm lucky enough to be in the Star Trek cast. I play Captain Kirk, by the way.
Oh, look at this.
And
we should have got you a better chair.
But beam me up, Scotty. No, but it's a different take on Star Trek. It's one you've never seen before.
Okay.
It's kind of fun. This is what happens to the characters some years after Star Trek. I'm not going to give it away. You have to come see it.
Okay, all right.
But it's a lot of fun.
All right, sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's all spoofing and good fun, right? All of them are spoofs,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Right. So it's just a night of comedy, which I think is kind of fun for folks, right? To come in there and just have a good laugh. Is that what you really wanted to focus on with this whole show? Is just give people a good laugh?
Absolutely, and I think a lot of what it is the Theater Guild itself. We're like a family, and that's why I always encourage people, if you're not quite there and say, I don't want to get on stage. There's so much goes on behind the scenes,
Yes.
and we are like a family. So once you join, once you get past that, like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go down to the Theater Guild. They're really nice folks, and we have so many opportunities for people in different parts of the Guild. So it's just a lot of fun. And I think that's a lot of what we do, is to keep people involved. And that's what we have. A lot of actors. Like in this case, we have 33 participants, and that's just the actors, not to mention those backstage people, the Foley people, the directors. It's a lot of fun. It really is.
Now, Eva Marie, as you've been putting this together and helping coordinate everything, what do you hope the audience gets out of this? What's the goal we want the audience to experience what?
Well, we want to experience. They want to experience. It's a different epoch, a different time. It's the end, actually, of radio as the industry transition to television. And so it's one of the last shows, or the last show in the radio world in the old-fashioned way, and then television came. So I think the transition, it's kind of interesting to take the new TV shows and put in into the old-fashioned radio shows. And it's just a reminder, maybe also how the entertainment industry has changed, and it's different acting. And when you just really rely as an actor on your voice, not necessarily on stage play. So it's a different emphasis.
Yeah, and I was going to say for Star Trek, now there's not like it wasn't sci-fi on radio before, right? But for Star Trek, it was such a visual medium, and the effects and the creatures and the planets they would go to. So how did you have to like maybe alter that a little bit to make it interesting on radio, because you don't have those visuals?
Well, part of the visuals was the Foley, because if you notice in Star Trek, a lot of what they did, there's always be that sound going on, the sound of a door opening, the sound of the communicator, all these different sounds. We have those. So we compensate for what you don't see, because the sounds are so iconic. Once you hear the sound of the communicator, you know it's the communicator.
You do, right. And the doors open up the doors.
Yes.
And the beam me down kind of the transporters.
That's where the Foley stuff, we even talking to the computer. We have a scene where you're talking to the computer and the computer answers you back. All that iconic stuff from Star Trek is in this place. So it's a lot of fun putting this whole together and making it interesting like that.
Now, Eva Marie, if I'm listening to a radio show, I have to make up the scenery. I have to make up the whole world, just like if I'm reading a book and someone's describing it, right? And so do you think that makes a different experience for each individual audience member of how they're imagining it and as they're creating that world?
There's a little bit of visual. I mean, there's a lot to see on stage. It's not just that you see the person. But yes, I mean, the voice should carry and make up for whatever you normally have on stage. So it's a different experience. One fun part we should mention, we had to find leather shoes to make the sound of a shoe, because we all have rubber soles nowadays. It's kind of funny.
Well, I was working with the Foley people, and we developed a lot of the sounds. You have to play with different, you try this and try that till you get it just about where you want it, and then you change it again, because you want to get it perfect.
Well, let's see how it turned out. It's Cavalcade of Comedy. It's going to be Thursday the 19th, Clubhouse 5. Members are free, guests $10, and doors open at 6:30. The show begins at 7. Tom and Eva Marie, thank you very much from the Theater Guild for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, and we hope to see everybody there.
Yes.
They will be.
Adapt to It, we strive to make the everyday tasks easier by providing our customers with the tools they need to be successful. We carefully explain the use and care of all of our equipment. Adapt to It has been in Laguna Woods for over 20 years, and we know that nothing in life stays constant. So we can help you adapt to all the changes in your life. Adapt to It sells and rents items and always delivers with a smile. Come in today to experience what we mean when we say, when you can't change it, adapt to it.
Do you have cavities, broken or missing teeth, tooth pain, or other dental problems? These issues can create more problems than you think, including affecting your overall health. Don't wait until it's too late. Contact Loberg Dental today and your first exam and set of x-rays is free without insurance. It's a great way for you to experience our high-quality level of patient care while saving money too. Visit drloberg.com to schedule your free exam and x-rays today.
Today's retirement is different. It's time to write new chapters in our life stories. To hit the open road in search of new horizons and fresh faces. Grand adventures or simple pleasures. It's not the final chapter in the book of life, but rather a new beginning, a second act.
At Motion Drip, we believe in proactive wellness. Our IV therapy is designed to give you the well-being you deserve. With increased vitamin absorption directly into your bloodstream, it will replenish your body with hydration and nutrients to support your body's functions, increase energy levels, slow signs of aging, improve muscle recovery, and boost stamina. We are located right outside of Gate 8 on Moulton Parkway. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your appointment today, as we will be your proactive partner in wellness.
I want to take a quick check on our Monday movie, and it's a good one. It's a classic from 1964, Burt Lancaster. It's 7 Days in May. It's brought to us by Providence Mission Hospital. It's going to be on at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. So 7 Days in May is a political thriller, and as it goes, it's an unpopular president negotiates a disarmament treaty with the Soviet Union, but his opposition believes the Russians can't be trusted and plan a military political coup of the United States government. So quite the political thriller right there. It's going to be on at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. brought to us by Providence Mission Hospital. And let's take a quick announcement. The Democratic Club is holding a candidate forum that's coming up, and that's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be be prepared to hear lots of things about the vote and coming out and from the candidates. It's going to be Tuesday, September 17th, like I said, 7 p.m. over at Clubhouse 2 Main Lounge. And they got 6 candidates. There's some are running for City Council and some other stuff like that. So get out there, meet the candidates on the down ballot tickets. Let's take a quick check on our weather before we head out. It's going to be a cool day today. Nothing like a nice, cool, fall-like day to start our week. It's going to be a high only of 71 today. These clouds that are around right now are going to burn off by about midday, leaving us mostly sunny skies. Then we have mid to low 70s for the rest of the week. Really nice conditions. Then we got a little bit of a heat up as we head out to the end of the week. So we got a little warm up. You know, spring's not gone, summer's not gone just yet. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of This Day. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.